Gamify Your Life, playa.
I decided I'd be an entrepreneur before I even had any success in music. I was hustling with intentions to earn enough money to not have to hustle anymore. I was afraid and I was uncomfortable with being afraid. It shifted me. It's either when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you'll become a bit insensitive and you'll start to approach the problem instead of run from it.
Welcome back, player. All right, listen up. You are stuck in a loop, aren't you? Wasting hours scrolling on your phone, binge watching shows that you will forget by next week, chasing cheap thrills and wondering why your life isn't leveling up to shit. Let me drop some truth on you guys right now. Yes you are addicted to distractions. And it's not entirely your fault. No, your brain has been hijacked by they. The media, the government, whoever they are. They have hijacked your brain. And right now, your brain is hooked on dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel good or gets you motivated whenever you do something pleasurable. But here's the problem. Every notification, every meme, every scroll that you do, you are receiving micro hits of dopamine without putting in any hard work. And it's like you're living on candy when you should be feasting on steak. The big boy meals. That's why you feel unmotivated, unfocused, and stuck, because it's coming at a rapid pace. And here's where dopamine detox comes in. It's like the reset button of your life that you desperately need. A dopamine detox is about cutting out all that instant gratification, the habits that are stealing your focus and rewiring your brain to crave meaningless things instead of accomplishing things. So it's like cleaning out the junk files of your phone so you can run a lot smoother, a lot faster. But in this case, we're talking about rewiring your brain to hustle harder, think sharper, and achieve more. Now, why does this matter? Because if you do not take action now, right now, you are gonna wake up one day, 5, 10, maybe even 15 years later, and realize that you are stuck in the same place, the same position, doing the same things, and wondering where did time go? And that's the reality of this. And it happens to so many people. And unless you act now, that loop you're in is gonna keep on spinning until your ass is dizzy and you crash out. Don't just take my word for it. Look at people like 50 Cent. You think he became this big time mogul by just scrolling on TikTok and binge watching Netflix? Nah, hell no.
Ain't no school for this shit, stupid. Ain't no school for this shit. You gotta be smart enough to pick up the information as you go. Now the crazy shit is niggas that look like you doing something wrong. Why do wrong? Now motherfuckers say you crazy, nigga call me crazy. You know I be thinking when they say that? Niggas say I'm crazy, I be thinking, yep. I was crazy enough to believe what the fuck I was saying gonna happen was gonna happen. And that's why I was persistent enough and consistent enough to exist now.
50 Cent locked in. He eliminated the distractions and he rewired his focus to build empires, from rap albums to TV shows to multi-million-dollar business deals. He got ghost. He went silent. He stayed relentless. And here's the thing. This is not just for celebrities and big-time multimillionaires or military elites. Nah, this is for anyone who is willing to stop playing small and take the chance on playing big and get serious in life. That's you. This is why you're watching this video. You got one shot at this, and the time to act is now. So let me ask you, are you ready to break free from the distractions and rewrite your story and level up for real? Or are you just gonna keep sitting on the sidelines, watching other people live their lives, knowing that you are capable of doing the same thing, if not even better? Cause listen, player, the choice is yours. Let's start with the basics. Why do you want to detox in the first place? If you're gonna do this, it's just not a flex on your Instagram stories. Nah, you already lost if you're thinking that way. You gotta figure out what's at stake. For me, growing up in the hood, I watched so many dudes throw their life away just for chasing clout and quick thrills. 5 seconds of something wound up changing their whole life, locked up or dead. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And I knew that if I didn't change, I would end up stuck or just another statistic. So I went ghost. It's all about disappearing from the distractions and focusing on the grind and the better you. Now look at 50 Cent. After surviving 9 shots, he didn't waste no time. He didn't play the victim. Instead, he locked in. Cause remember, winners don't whine and victims don't win. He knew his why was to create a better life for him and his so-called son. I say so-called son cause you know he don't claim that little dude no more. But his clarity fueled his hustle, turning his mixtape into a global phenomenon, launching business ventures like Vitamin Water and G-Unit Films. He came from the bottom. So ask yourself, what happens if you don't change? Will you stay broke, distracted, and stuck on level 1 at an amateur level? Or are you gonna get ready to stop slacking and start taking these wins on the chin? Write them down, initialize them. That's your purpose. Your first move is to unplug. Get out of the matrix. Turn off the notifications. Put your phone on do not disturb and go ghost. Silence isn't just golden, it's powerful. It's the foundation of your dopamine detox. When 50 Cent was writing his albums or building his businesses, he didn't waste time getting caught up in the nonsense and the shenanigans. Nah, he went silent, cut off the distractions, and focused on creating. And that's what you need to do. Create a distraction-free environment where your mind can finally breathe and focus the way it was meant to. So here's some game for you. Start off small. Set aside 2 to 3 hours each day for deep work time. No phones, no social media, just you on your mission. Next up, we're cleaning house. No half measures. Nah, not here, player. You're gonna have to go all in. And here's what you're gonna have to chop. Binge tech. That means your social media, your Netflix, your YouTube, your gaming. Anything that is distracting you that's not helping you grow in this life. I know you're thinking like, hey man, I got discipline, I can be on them, but trust me, you don't. Delete the apps. Block the sites. If it's not growing you, it's not gonna help you. I had to block out Instagram, Twitter, because it was sucking hours out of my life and out of my grind. 50 Cent talks about eliminating distractions. During his rise in the music industry, he kept his circle tight and stayed off the grid and stayed away from the nonsense because he knew where he was headed. While other artists partied and bullshit, he worked. He locked in on his vision. He locked in on himself in the studio, fine-tuning his craft. And that's why he dropped a classic like Get Rich or Die Trying instead of fade into mediocrity. Stop swiping on Tinder and feeding your dopamine with addiction. I had a homie in college who failed a whole semester because he couldn't stop chasing matches on Tinder. Remember, these swipe things, they hire scientists and they pay him the big bucks to figure out how does your brain work and how do we get the consumer to release more dopamine. So that swipe feature, that's why that's on every social media platform and on every dating site, because it triggers the dopamine drip in your brain. And because his dopamine drip was so heavy, he wound up failing all his finals due to his addiction chasing tail. So while we was in there studying, hitting books and making money, he was in there swiping on Tinder, collecting F's, and at the end of the semester, he was looking like a dummy. Cut the alcohol, cut the weed, cut the takeout. Back in my NYC days, that corner store was the go-to for snacks. The Crown Fried, the Chinese food. But every bag of chips and every bit of fast food was another L on my health stats. And you can't get proper gains when your eating is whack. How you treat your body matters. Even 50 Cent kept his health in check. Despite the hardcore persona, he was disciplined when it came to fitness. Hitting the gym, boxing, lifting weights, doing cardio. In his book, Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter, he explained how staying physically fit, staying physically strong fuels his mental strength. No gambling, no shopping sprees, no just one more hand in poker. Stay out of the casinos. This is how you lose your time, your money, and your sanity. Here's where we bring in the military routines to solidify discipline. Wake up early. I'm talking 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. You choose. Military personnel swear by early wake-ups, and here's why. It sets the tone for the day. Waking up early gives you control over your schedule and eliminates the chaos of rushing. For me, waking up early has taught me the value of discipline. It's not just about the time itself, it's about proving myself that I can start my day on my terms. 50 Cent shares a similar principle in his book, Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter, where he emphasizes beating the competition by staying ahead of the clock. This may sound basic, but making your bed first thing in the morning creates small instant wins. And a lot of us need it because we've been losing for so long. It gives you a sense of accomplishment and sets the tone for knocking out bigger tasks later on in the day. Navy SEAL Admiral Williams famously said, "If you want to change the world, start by making your bed." A cold shower, it's like a shock to your nervous system. It wakes you up, it boosts circulation, and it strengthens your mental resiliency. It is also a great way of getting comfortable with discomfort, which is essential for growth. Every couple of days, I get in a cold shower or ice bath just to continue with my mental toughness when I'm on the grind. I thought about it like this: if I could handle the cold water every morning, I can handle anything that the day would throw at me. Because tell me, what's harder than getting in an ice bath or a cold shower early in the morning? Morning runs isn't just about fitness, it's a mental and emotional reset. It clears your head, it floods your brain with endorphins and jumpstarts your metabolism. Soldiers would do this to build discipline. 50 Cent also prioritized fitness as a form of self-discipline. Staying in shape sharpens the mind and the body, making you more focused and ready to tackle any situation. When you cut out the instant gratification habits, you're going to feel bored, and that is totally normal. But instead of giving in, fill that void with activities that actually make you better in life. And here's how. Replace mindless scrolling with reading or audiobooks. Feed your brain with knowledge that can help you grow in this season. Write down one thing that you need to accomplish each and every day. Then attack it like your life depends on it. This helps you to stay present and aware, especially when the cravings and the temptations start to hit. 50 Cent didn't waste any time chasing temporary highs, so he really avoided them. He invested in himself, whether it was honing his rap skills, building his business acumen, or just working in fitness. Every action he took was a step towards his ultimate vision. What's your vision? These habits aren't just about action themselves, no, it's about rewiring your brain. You're training yourself to do the hard things first so life can be easier, even when you don't feel like it. Because honestly, that is the ultimate test. You want to wait for the day where you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to do. And then that's when it truly matters. That's when you define who you really are and have you reached your higher self. And that's what we call discipline. And discipline equals freedom. Here's some game for you, player. What gets measured gets managed. And what you manage gives you the advantage. If you are serious about leveling up, you have to, and I mean you have to, check your progress, all right? Keep a journal, get some habit trackers, write things down, use Excel spreadsheets. Write down your wins, see where you slip up at, because that's the only way to know where you're at and where you're going. Stack your W's, celebrate your wins when you hit them goals. But do not stop there. Keep pushing. When 50 Cent started hustling, he didn't just start winging it. No, he treated life like a business, strategically, intentionally, and relentlessly. And you need to do the same. You want to look at this like you need to get your life together or die trying. Once you start seeing results, whether it's waking up on time, crushing your workout, or staying focused on your work, you will want more. Success becomes addiction, but it's the good type of addiction, right? But don't get comfortable. Keep pushing, keep improving. Life is a constant climb, and the higher you go, the better the view. The higher you go, the more people you lose, and that's okay. I have a video about why some of your friends are stopping your growth. Make sure you guys check that out. So after your detox, don't just go back to the same BS that got you stuck in the first place. This is where you want to start curating your life like a top tier player. For me, I reintroduced social media, but I had limits. I wasn't following the same people anymore. I wasn't going on it as much during the day. You know, Instagram, I just use it for branding, marketing, and making certain connections. The same thing with Twitter. YouTube, I only use it for informational use and personal development. Everything else, I blocked and set time restrictions on. This is how you take back control of your life and you hop in the driver's seat. Because a lot of you are not in control. And remember, not everything needs to come back into your life. Some things got lost and they need to stay lost. If it doesn't align with your goals and help you to level up, leave that shit in the trash because that's where it belongs. A dopamine detox isn't just about cutting the distractions. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about breaking free from the chains of instant gratification and building a life of purpose, discipline, and relentless focus so you can win the life you deserve. 50 Cent said it best. If you work hard and you're consistent, you can achieve anything. The same thing applies for you, player. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect time. Your time is now. Do it now. This is it. Your future self is counting on you to make the right decisions. It's counting on you to make the hard decisions here, today. It's time for you to go ghost. Get focused. Watch how your life starts to transform. If you're ready to stop playing small and start winning, I advise you guys, hit that like button, subscribe, let me know in the comments, what's your why? And after watching this video, what will you decide to do? And don't forget to check out some of these other videos like the ghost mode and how your friends are stopping your growth. Those are game changers. Just like 50 Cent, you can rewrite your story and you can create your own legacy. This year is up for the taking. So stop wasting time and start leveling up. So let's focus, grind, execute, and go ghost.